Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Pantomime Bhatt. I'm your host Achal Bhatt, and today I want to address the topic of Bollywood star salaries being way too high. So the problem in Bollywood, or rather the Indian film industry, is that the actors' salaries end up being a huge part of the production cost. And this leads to many problems, including limiting the range of our cinema. So let's go ahead and take a look at some facts and figures. I'm going to start off with the movie Fighter. This movie was made on a budget of 250 crores, out of which Hrithik charged 85 crores, and with the cost of Deepika and Anil Kapoor combined, just the cost of the main actors was close to half the budget. Now let's compare this to Top Gun Maverick, where Tom Cruise charged a total of $12.5 million as his fee and had a 10% share in profits. The movie had an overall budget of $170 million, so basically over here, his fee or his share of the overall project was not even 10%. Just imagine, had Tom Cruise's salary been 50% of the project cost, would Top Gun Maverick really had the money to invest as much in research and VFX? Would its overall quality actually have been as good? To put this more into perspective, to see how crazy these numbers actually are, look at this comparison. Prabhas was paid 150 crores for Adipurush, and Cillian Murphy was paid approximately 83 crores for Oppenheimer.
ओ भाई मारो मुझे मारो नहीं ये मजाक हो रहा है एक सेकंड यार मजाक हो रहा है
Prabhas and the main actors' salary in Adipurush made up close to 50% of the budget. And this, by the way, is the rework budget after everyone said the VFX was shit in the first trailer and they went and spent a lot more on VFX.
सर ये तो टट्टी है.
So if you compare it to the actual original budget, their share was way more than 50%. Now compare this to Oppenheimer, where the combined salaries of Cillian Murphy, Matt Damon, Robert Downey Jr. and Emily Blunt weren't even 20% of the overall budget of Oppenheimer. And here, we're talking about a movie with one of the best directors in the world, a movie that has made almost $1 billion. So now just imagine for a moment if all the star salaries of Oppenheimer would have been over 50% of the film's budget. Do you really think the producers would have been okay with the director experimenting so much with the overall filmmaking style of this movie? Do you think that insane bomb sequence that you saw would have really been possible?
ये फटता क्यों नहीं है
पापा झारखंड में बम लगाए हो केरला से रिमोट दबा रहे हो कहां से फटेगा.
So now you can clearly see how factors like these affect the overall quality of cinema, the overall quality of films that are made. So how do these crazy high salaries actually affect Indian cinema? Let's go ahead and take a look. Well, for starters, because you bring a really big star on board, the production house is almost forced to make a big budget massy movie. This throws a number of really good scripts out of the window. Now, because there is already so much money invested, the production houses become risk averse and begin to start following a formula or a trend. And trends in Indian cinema have been a long-standing thing. Just think about it. Love stories in the 90s, multi-sara comedies in 2000s. This was followed by action movies post-Dabangg, and more recently, a bunch of biopics. Another big problem of higher salaries is that at some point through shoot, production realizes that they've gone severely over budget. And at this point, you want to start cutting costs. And the first thing that falls prey to cost cutting is VFX. Most producers believe that the audience comes to see the star and not the VFX or the peripherals in the movie. And because of this, oftentimes a 200 crore film ends up looking like absolute shit.
देखा आपने लापरवाही का नतीजा है.
So, how do we fix this? Well, for starters, the actors' pay has to be a justifiable fraction of the production cost. So Bollywood actors cannot be earning Hollywood-level salaries if their films at best bring in 1/5 the revenue of an average Hollywood movie. For example, Pathaan, one of the biggest hits of last year, didn't even make 10% of what Barbie made. So the fees charged by Bollywood stars cannot be similar to that of Hollywood stars if they can't bring in as much business. But let me walk you through an example over here. So Akshay Kumar's highest fee sometime back was 135 crores. Now he believes in the number 9, so his fees basically have to add up to number 9. So his fees earlier were 99 crores, then 108 crores, 117 crores, and the highest was 135 crores.
बराबर है. Everything okay?
Okay.
Happy?
But post this, he had a string of flops which included Bachchan Pandey, Prithviraj, Raksha Bandhan, Ram Setu, and Selfie. And clearly, this massive cost wasn't being justified and the formula-driven films were failing. So eventually, for Oh My God 2, he decided not to charge a single penny till the film was released and ended up only with a profit share. This helped make a film like Oh My God 2 in a set budget, and this film actually had a much bigger return on investment than it would have had Akshay actually charged his full fee. And well, it also added a much needed hit in Akshay Kumar's string of box office flops. Now, actors have begun to adopt the profit sharing model in Bollywood, but it still is very problematic given how much they charge as a share in profits. For example, Aamir Khan charged a whopping 70% share in profits for Thugs of Hindustan. Well, the joke clearly was on him over there, as we all know how badly the film bombed at the box office.
शाबाश बेटा, बहुत बढ़िया मुन्ना.
Well, wrapping up, there's one thing for sure. Until Indian movie star salaries are corrected, content in the Indian film industry is definitely going to suffer. I hope you guys liked this video and it provided some interesting insights to you. Please do go ahead and like and share the video, and please also drop in your thoughts in the comments. If you'd like me to do a breakdown for something on these lines, then please go ahead and drop a comment as well. Thanks a lot for watching. Cheers, and I'll see you soon.